세동연식 TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 반갑습니다. 오늘은 2024년 9월 17일 화요일입니다. 현재 시간은 오후 5시 1분입니다. 오늘 추석 날입니다. 지금 추석 연휴 기간인데 추석 잘 보내시길 바라겠습니다. 영어 성경 읽기를 하고 있습니다. 영어 성경 다니엘입니다. 다니엘 1장부터 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with a part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar to the house of his God, and he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Aspenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring 13 of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but favor and skillful in all wisdom and cunning, in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's place, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans, and the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank, so no rising them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Misael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Sadrach, and to Misael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. but Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion about the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore, he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and 10 other love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who had appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces worse lacking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me in danger, my leader, to the king. Then said Daniel to Misael, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Misael, and Azariah, Probo the servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meal, and as thou seest deal, why thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter and approved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenances appeared paler and better in Persia than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. The male Tsar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pearls as for these four children. God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the day is that the king had said he should bring them yet. Then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king commanded with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Misael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm. And Daniel continued even unto the first year of King Korosa, and in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep broke from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king, and the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syria. O King, live forever, tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made dunghill. But if ye show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of a certain thing that ye would gain the time, because ye see the thing is gone from me. But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you, for ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore, there is no king, lord, no ruler that asked such things at any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that the king requires, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with person. For this cause, the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that wise men should be slain, and they shout Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies about the God of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God for ever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings and set up kings. He gave us wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealed the deep and secret things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who hast given me wisdom and might, and hast made known unto me now what we desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Therefore, Daniel went in unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon, bring me in before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king has demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king. But there is a God in heaven that reveals secrets and makes known to the king and Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. as body, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon David. What should come to pass here after, and he that reveals secrets make us known to thee what shall come to pass. But for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. O king, so is and behold, greater image, this great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thigh is of brass. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Though so is till that stone was cut out without handles, which is smote the image upon his feet that we are of iron and clay, and break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation therefore before the king. Thou, O king, art king of kings, for the God of heaven has given thee kingdom, power, and strength, and glory, and wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven has he given into thine hand, and has made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. And after thee shall arise on other kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaks in pieces and subdues all things, and as iron that breaks all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And where as though so is the pit and toes part of porters curry, and part of Aaron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for pour the mochi as a dough, so it's the iron and mix with the maidi clay. And it's the tools of the pit where are part of iron and part of clay. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And where as though so is the iron mixed with my clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of a man. But they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Pora mochi is the source that the stone was cut out of the mountain without handles, and that it broke in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great God has made known to the king what shall come to pass here after. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet doors unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of truth it is that your God is God of gods and Lord of kings and revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man and gave him many gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested of the king, and he said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. And once the king made an image of gold, whose height was 70 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the soldiers, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the princes, the governors, and the captains, the soldiers, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then on he rolled cried aloud to you. It is commanded all people, nations, and languages that it put pastorally fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whoso falls not down and worship person shall the same hour be cast into the midst of burning fiery furnace. Therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, or the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever, though, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falls not down and worship that he should be cast into the midst of burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the for affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded the days of not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in the rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. but if not be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his BCG was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore, he spake and commanded that they should hit the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their clothes, their hosen, and their heads, and their other garments, and we are cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast the 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, through, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see your men rose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the force is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together. So these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head assigned, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and ill did their bodies, that they might not serve, not worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I make decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made dunghill. Because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar the king unto all people, nations, and the languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it good to share the signs and the wonders that the high God has allowed toward me. How great his signs and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. Nebuchadnezzar was at last in my house and flourishing in my place. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore, made I decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God, and in whom is the spirit of the holy God. And before him I told the dream, saying, Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy God is in thee, and no secret troubles. They tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. The year the visions of my head in my bed I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. And the leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an unholy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said, "Thus hew down the tree and crop his branches, shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the poles from its branches." Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew by heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. this method is by the cleaning of the waters and the mender by the word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know that the most high rules in the kingdom of man and give us it to whosoever he will and set us up over it the base stone of man. This dream I king and Nebuchadnezzar have seen, and now though O Belshazzar declare the interpretation thereof for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in thee. Then Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belshazzar answered and said, My lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretation thereof to sign. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof or the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field the wealth, and upon whose branches the force of the heaven had their habitation. It is thou, O king, that art gone and become strong, for thy greatness is grown, and reaches unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth, and where as the king so watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron, and press in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon my Lord the king, that they shall drive thee from thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over thee, till thou know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of man, and gives it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagles' feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that lives forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. And all the inhabitants of the earth are limited as nothing, and he does according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what dost do? At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my lords sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that work in pride, he is able to obey. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, whilst he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem. The king and his princess, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein. Then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of God, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his prince, his wives, and his concubines drank in them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. In the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, and wrote over against the candlestick upon the brazier of the wall of the king's praise. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote, Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loosed, and his knees smote one against another. The king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers, the Athenians, and the soothsayers. And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever shall read this writing and me, the interpretation thereof shall be clothed with scarlet, and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing, nor make known to the king the interpretation thereof. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and his rods were astonished. Now the king, by reason of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banquet house, and the king spake and said, O king, live forever, let not thy thoughts trouble thee, nor let thy countenance be changed. There is a man in thy kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods, and in the days of thy father are light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods was found in him, whom the king Nebuchadnezzar, thy father the king, I say, thy father made a master of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers. Paul, as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams and showing of heart sentences and the serving of doubt. We are found in the same Daniel, whom the king named Belshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will show the interpretation. Then was Daniel brought in before the king, and the king spake and said unto Daniel, Art thou Daniel, which art of the children of the captivity of Judah, whom the king my father brought out of Jewelry? I have even heard of thee, that the spirit of the gods is in thee, and that right and understanding and excellent wisdom is found in thee. And now the wise men, the astrologers, have been brought in before me, that they should read this writing and make known unto me the interpretation thereof, but they could not show the interpretation of the thing. And I have heard of the that though canst make interpretations and dissolve doubts. Now, if thou canst read the writing and make known to me the interpretation thereof, thou shalt be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about thy neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Then Daniel answered and said before the king, let thy gifts be to thyself, and give thy reward to another. Yet I will lead the writing unto the king and make known to him the interpretation. O the king, the most high God, gave Nebuchadnezzar thy father a kingdom, and majesty and glory and honor. And for the majesty that he gave him, all people, nations, and languages trembled and feared before him, whom he slew, and whom he kept alive, and whom he set up, and whom he put down. But when his heart was lifted up and his mind hardened in pride, he was deposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory from him. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beasts, and his dwelling was with the wild asses. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven till he knew that the Most High God ruled in the kingdom of man, and that he appoints over it whomsoever he will. And though his son, O Belshazzar, hast not humbled thy heart, to do is or this, but hast lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy weavers, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver, and gold, brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not hear, nor know, and the God in whose hand thy brass is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written, and this is the writing that was written. Mean mene tegel uba rosin. This is the interpretation of the king. Many God has numbered the kingdom and finished it. Again, thou art we seed in the balances and art upon the one king. Praise thy kingdom is divided and given to the this and their science. then commanded Belshazzar, and they closed Daniel with a scarlet, and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him, that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. In that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain, and Darius the Median took the kingdom, being about 62 old. 다니엘 5장 31절까지 읽어봤습니다. 다니엘이 12장까지 있기 때문에 이걸 한꺼번에 다니엘을 끝까지 다 읽기에는 너무 아직 남은 양이 많은 것 같습니다. 그래서 좀 쉬었다가 다음 유튜브 방송을 준비해서 다음 유튜브 방송에서 6장부터 끝까지 한번 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 추석날 이렇게 오후에 다니엘 영어 읽기에 함께 시청해 주신 분께 감사드리겠습니다. 다음 방송에서 다시 인사드리겠습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.